Hey, smart move checking out the Columbia Dream Home Finder program. I think in this market with as hot as it is, it's really the only way, and it's definitely the best way to find a home right now, especially when it seems like virtually every home that hits the internet is sold within a couple of hours for well over asking price. It's going to be really important that we try to find these homes before they ever hit the market. So, as you can see from the subtitle here, we're going to talk about how any home buyer can gain access to homes before anybody else knows it's for sale. You know, if you've been looking for homes for a while, you know who I am, Shaun Nichols with eXp Realty in Columbia, South Carolina. But we also help the Lexington, Irmo, Chapin areas, things of that nature. So if you're looking in those areas, I'd love to help you out as well. But we're going to talk about in this quick presentation is how low inventory and high demand for homes is causing home prices to skyrocket and buyers to fight over every home that hits the market. But that's not a problem because of number two, how we can use the same targeted marketing approach that we use here with my company to sell so many homes in this area. We're going to use that same approach to find your dream home before anybody else knows it's even on the market. I think you're going to find this is a huge value for you. So there are three misconceptions that a lot of home buyers have that I wanted to cover for you today. And the first one is that the best way to find a home is by searching the internet or having an agent set up listing alerts. You know, right now, I'm going to show you why that just really is not the best way to go. You know, the best homes, honestly, never even really hit the internet. What we do here at my company is a perfect example of that. Is if I know a seller is about to put their home on the market, I'm going to check all of my buyers first and see if this home's going to meet any of their needs so that I can get them into it before anybody else sees it. If none of my buyers are interested in it, then I'm going to send it out to every agent in my office and tell them, hey, I've got a home that's going to come up for sale next week. If you want to get a sneak peek, tell your buyers about it and we'll try and get them in there, because that's more beneficial for our office and that's more beneficial for us. So it's already been seen by 200, 300 people, right? And then if it's gone through all those people, then we go ahead and get the marketing together, post it online, and get it marketed to all the agents in the area. And as you've seen, that's when it sells within a couple of hours for well over asking price, right? The number two misconception that I see a lot is that people say they think they need to find the home first, then talk to a lender about getting a loan. This is going to give you some pain. This is going to cause you some trouble because you need that pre-approval letter in order to submit an offer. And if you think that you have time to find that home, decide this is the one you want, then go talk to your lender and get them to generate a pre-approval letter, which takes a couple of days usually, and then go back to that seller and make an offer on the property, it's just not going to work for you. The property is going to usually be sold well before you get a chance to do that. So you're going to want to make sure that you're working with a reputable lender as well. You don't want to just go with one of these online lenders that nobody knows and nobody really trusts. It's got to be a strong pre-approval, and you definitely want to have that in place before you even start looking at Zillow, which honestly, if you're looking on Zillow, you're wasting your time. But you really want to have this in place before you start looking for a home. And the number three misconception is that this market is too hot right now to find a good deal on a home and that you should just wait. So I know I just got done saying how hot this market is and you need to be ready to move. But if you understand what's causing the market to be so hot and what's causing this high buyer demand, you'll realize that this misconception makes zero sense. Because the thing that's causing such a high demand is not just sellers not wanting to put their homes on the market, it's also the low interest rates. We hit record low interest rates 6 times last year. 6 times. So when you think about that, what you're saying is, oh, I'm waiting for the market to cool down. I'm waiting for home prices to come down. Really what you're saying is, oh, I'm waiting for interest rates to go up. I'm waiting for my loan to cost me more money before I'm willing to buy a home. And I don't know if you realize how much interest rates make a difference in the payment on a loan. A $300,000 house, if the interest rate goes from 3 to 4%, that home is going to cost you $50,000 more to buy at the same price, right? So $300,000 now or $300,000 later, it's going to cost you $50,000 more for a 1% increase on the interest rate. So basically all you're saying is, oh, I'm just waiting so that I can pay more money for a home, right? And if you're a seller, this makes even less sense, because not only now are you waiting to pay more on a home, you're also waiting for home prices to come down. Well, if you've got a home to sell, why are you waiting for the value of your home to drop before you sell it, right? Because you got to have somewhere to move, so you're not going to sell it until you're ready to buy. So now, not only are you paying more money, but now your home's worth less as well. It just doesn't make any sense. So I wanted to cover those really quick. I also wanted to talk to you about how you're searching for homes, because let's be honest, you're not really searching for homes. I've talked to a couple of buyers and I've asked them before, hey, how long have you been looking? How long have you been searching? And the usual response is, oh, I've been looking on Zillow for about 3 or 4 months. Looking on Zillow isn't searching. Looking on Zillow is waiting. You're waiting for this home to hit the market. You're waiting on a seller to decide they want to sell, for them to contact an agent, for them to put a sign in the yard, discuss a price, look at the photos, the agent to send it out to all of their buyers, then to send it out to all of their office's buyers, then to put it on the internet in order for you to see it and go take a look at it. And listing alerts, it's the same thing. If an agent has you set up on listing alerts, you're not getting those until they hit the market. So you're not really searching for a home, you're just kind of waiting for it. That's why I say, looking on Zillow is a waste of time and honest. It's the old way of doing real estate. Things have changed now, and there's a much better way to find unlisted homes before they ever hit the market. So tell me if this sounds familiar. You've been sitting on Zillow. I know we've already talked about it. You sit on Zillow, you're hitting refresh. Maybe your agent has sent you a couple of properties, and you see one Monday afternoon that you think is the perfect house. Call the agent and say, hey, I want to schedule a time to go show this. Oh, sorry, I sent you that 2 hours ago. That home's already sold. Tuesday comes around. Same thing. Hey, I've got another one I want to go see. Oh, sorry, that one's gone too. It sold instantly and $20,000 over asking price. Sorry, we're not going to get to see it. So Wednesday, you're like, I've got to go see some homes this weekend, right? I'm ready to move. I'm tired of the home that I am living in. I'm just going to send him 50 homes that might possibly work, that I might even possibly consider, and hope that 3 or 4 of them are still available come Saturday when I get a chance to go look at them. So the 3 or 4 that are available on Saturday obviously are the ones that are going to be overpriced. They're going to be in bad condition. You've already had 50 people look at them. You've already had the agent's buyers look at them. You've already had the agent's office buyers look at them. Nobody wanted them. And now you get to go see it. And you're like, you know what? I want to move so badly. I don't care. This third house, it meets like half of my criteria. I'm willing to settle just to get out of where I am. So I'm going to make an offer on it. So, it's a hot market. You decide to make an offer $10,000 over the current list price, right? Well, you wait for 3 days to hear back from the seller, and then you find out that somebody else made an offer $20,000 over list price, and you didn't get the home. How frustrating is that? Tell me if you've gone through that, because I know you have. It's something that a lot of buyers are experiencing right now. But let me ask you this. Do you think that's how professional home buyers are buying homes right now? Those investors that are buying 50, 100, 200 homes a year, do you think that they have like an army of people sitting there hitting refresh on Zillow looking for homes? No, I promise you they don't. What they're doing is they are looking for properties that have not hit the market. And that's what we're going to do as well. What if I could find out about properties before anybody else knows they're for sale? And you could go in and take a look at those properties before anyone else knows it's hit the market. Do you see the value in this? Because one, There are no other buyers that are knowing it's for sale. What that means is you're not going to end up in a multiple offer situation. It's not going to be sold within a couple of hours, so you have time to actually think about the purchase and not make a split-second decision. And you can be picky because you know about homes that nobody else knows about. You can take your time moving in because obviously if the seller's living in the home, they're going to need time to move out. And you're probably going to be able to get a deal because the seller isn't going to have to waste time getting photos taken and marketing it with an agent and getting it put online and having 250 people walk through their house in the first weekend. So you're going to be able to get a deal. And that's what these investors are doing as well. I really don't want you to settle for a property. So one of the things I want you to do is just take a moment. You don't have to close your eyes. I'm not going to be all like weird, but take a second and I want you to picture your dream home. What's on your wish list? How many bedrooms does it have? Does it have like a walk-in closet, a fenced-in yard? Maybe it has like a 5-car garage. What neighborhood is it in? Maybe you're working from home right now and you need a home office. Maybe you want lake access. Maybe you want equestrian. Maybe you're into horses, right? Maybe you want rural farm area. I was talking to somebody the other day. They said they want 10 acres of forested land, right? Picture that dream home, the one that you really want. And then I want you to think about what's the dream price for that home. Now I want you to consider if that dream home hit the internet today, how long do you think it would last? Better yet, seller's agent sends it out to their buyers. How long do you think that property is going to last? Do you think it'll even make it to the internet? Because I don't, especially if it's not as nice as you are picturing it in your mind at the price that you're wanting to buy it. You'll never see that property. That's why it is taking so long to find that right home. And that's why so many buyers are settling for the property that they will never, or settling for the property that just kind of meets what they're looking for. And they end up having buyer's remorse. So I don't want to do that. What I want to do is do what the investors are doing, what those professional home buyers are doing. And the way they do this is with a combination of online and offline marketing. What they're doing is they are reaching out to sellers while they're still in the contemplation phase of selling their home. You know, maybe the husband just found out that he got a job transfer. You know, there's a lot of military guys around here. Maybe they're PCSing out of town and they just got the orders. Maybe, you know, they've listened to me and they're listening to how hot this market is. And they're like, you know what? Maybe we should consider selling their home, our home. You know, we could get a lot of money for it. You know, maybe they're having a hard time paying their mortgage. There's a lot of that going on right now. And maybe they've finally decided that, hey, we need to look at selling our home. If we can get in front of them at that stage and tell them that we have somebody interested in buying their home, they're going to be a lot more excited to move out, and we're going to get into that property before anybody else knows it's going to hit the market. And we want to do it both online and offline. You want to do it online because that's where people are, right? That's where, how much time do you spend on Facebook a day? Because I think it's like 4 hours is the average in America, right? That people spend online. But how much do you trust that what you see online, right? You see some guy talking in a camera like you see me here. You know, you're not really sure if you're going to trust him. So we send him that offline package as well. Now, if you see this guy on the camera and then you get a postcard from him, it kind of builds that trust. So you might reach out to him and say, hey, you have a buyer that's looking to buy in my neighborhood? I might be willing to sell. And, you know, for the right price, I might be willing to sell. And that's how we're getting into these homes without anybody else ever knowing it's on the market. So I'm going to show you a couple of quick examples here. These are 2 videos that I currently have running on my Facebook business page. I don't know if you've been over to my business page, but these are currently running in the neighborhoods where I have buyers who are looking to buy, right? And I'm spending thousands of dollars a month in this marketing. I am just sending these out here to the homeowners in the neighborhoods that my buyers are hoping to buy in. And like I said, I'm spending thousands, and these are running 24/7. So whether they're scrolling Facebook at 2 in the morning or 5 in the morning, they are reaching out to me and telling me, hey, I've got the send message button below. Hey, will you come out? Will this house work for your buyer? I'll go out there, take a look at it, see if it's going to work for my buyer, maybe take some pictures, some video, send it over to my buyer, and let them know. It's really that simple. So this is our online approach. And then our offline approach, we're going to send out this postcard. And I don't know how well you can read this. Hopefully it's pretty decent, but I'm obviously going to change out the picture so that it represents the neighborhood that we're looking to buy in. I'm going to send it to every house in the neighborhood. I mean, I'm sending out like 10,000, 20,000 postcards in a month. It's just nuts. We're going to change out that picture so that it matches the neighborhood that we're looking in. Obviously, I'm going to change the subdivision name. I'm going to put my name in there and then my phone number so it kind of looks like it's coming from you, so they don't feel like they're calling a real estate agent to list their property. They know that we have actual buyers who are looking to buy a home. And this is super effective, you guys. It is the best way to find a home right now because, like I mentioned, all the best homes, they're never hitting the internet. And honestly, this is part of the reason why. Because I'm reaching out in these neighborhoods and I'm finding out about properties before they ever come online and hooking my buyers up with them. Do you see how much of a benefit this is? You're not competing. You get to move out or move at your pace. It's just huge. So I probably know what you're thinking at this point is, Shaun, if you're spending thousands of dollars a month in marketing, how much are you going to charge me? What's the catch? I'm looking for it. I'm ready for the other shoe to drop, right? Well, here's the best part. I'm not going to charge you a dime. That's right. I'm not going to charge you 1 red cent. The reason being is because in 99% of real estate transactions, the seller pays the buyer's agent's commission. So I'm willing to spend all of this money to go out and find you that right home in the right neighborhood for the right price with the right amenities. And I'm not going to charge you anything. So this is a really beneficial program, and there's really no reason, if you're thinking about moving, why you wouldn't want to sign up for this program. So the next thing I want to talk about is, if I am going to go out and spend this money, I want you to know that you're never obligated to buy a home. If you decide after I've been running this program for you for 3 weeks, and we find you a bunch of homes, and then you find out, oh, I'm not moving, there was a sickness in the family, something happened, I'm not going to try and turn around and charge you money for all the marketing I've done. That's just not how I operate. I've seen a lot of buyer's agents try to do that. To me, that just seems really shady. So you are never under any obligation to buy a property until you have a contract on that property. So I just want to clear that up right now. Now, one thing I do have to cover is that this is only going to work for highly motivated buyers. You know, if I'm going to go out and spend thousands of dollars to find you this home, I want to work with somebody who's going to be ready to buy, who's going to be willing to buy, who's going to be able to buy, meaning they have the right credit score and they know it because they've talked to a lender and a lender has given them a pre-approval letter. Especially if I'm spending all of this money. And this program's so great that I have a lot of people signing up for it on a daily basis. So there's a little bit of a waiting list because I'll be honest with you, I don't have 20 or 40 million dollars to provide this program for every buyer in the local area. You know, if I've got 50 buyers who are looking to buy a home, I don't have the money to spend thousands of dollars for every single one of them, right? So you're going to want to jump on this if it's something you're interested in. The next thing I want to talk to you about is really, it's an easy 3-step process to get signed up. The first step in the process is to send us that wish list you came up with earlier. Tell me what that dream home looks like. Tell me what area it's in. Tell me what price range it's in. You know, I've got my phone number and my email up there at the top. Go ahead and send that list over to me via text, call, email, whatever works best for you, Facebook message, if that's where you saw this, so that we can go ahead and get this marketing prepped. I can go ahead and start pulling all the homeowners in that neighborhood. I can go ahead and start getting that postcard put together for you so it looks just right. The second step in the process is for you to get to RWA status as soon as possible. I will not start my marketing and I will not start sending stuff out until you've gotten to that RWA status. So RWA, ready, willing, and able. So you need to be ready to buy a home. You need to know that obviously the process can take 30 to 45, maybe even 90 days to buy a home. But if you're not in that window, if you're looking to buy in 6 months or a year, great. You can keep looking at homes online, because all the ones that are online right now and all the homes I find you are going to be sold well before you're ready to buy. And it's going to be a waste of energy for you, and it's going to be a waste of money for me. You need to be willing to buy a home. That one should be pretty self-explanatory. And then you've got to be able. You've got to make sure that you're contacting your lenders, getting the pre-approval, or sending me proof of funds if you plan on buying cash, making sure you have that credit score you need, and just making sure that you are able and qualified to buy a home. Once we have all of that in place, we'll go ahead and start that marketing for you, and we'll go ahead and start hitting those neighborhoods looking for that dream home. And then the third step in the process is for you just to let us know any properties that you want to go and see. Hey, I want to go out, I want to see this property. I will be sending you the online properties as well, so it's not like I'm completely ignoring them. If there's a home you want to go see or that might be interesting, go ahead and let me know. Hey, I want to go see this one, so that we can get it scheduled as soon as possible at a time that works for you, obviously. And then you're just going to notify anybody else that you're working with us exclusively as your buyer's agent. So really easy 3-step process. Send me your wish list, get to RWA status, let me know what homes you want to go see, and let people know that you're working with me. It's really just that simple. So the real only question left is, are you going to be the next success story? There are buyers every day that we're finding off-market properties for and buying homes, and we want you to be one of those buyers. So will you be that next success story? Will you find that off-market property due to our proprietary marketing? I really hope you do, because I would be really happy for you. So that's my presentation today. It's time for you to stop waiting for a home to hit the market and for us to start searching for a home. Let's find you that dream home. If you have any questions, my contact information is above, and I look forward to working with you. Bye-bye for now.